Welcome back to the channel where we uncover every detail, every moment, and every situation that has the internet on fire right now. And what Justin Bieber just said during his recent Twitch livestreams has left fans stunned and confused about what's really going on behind the scenes. Smash that subscribe button right now because this community is all about staying ahead of the conversation, and you won't want to miss a single second of what's coming next. Justin Bieber made 3 statements during his Twitch live sessions that immediately went viral across social media. He talked about betrayal, jealousy, and how he made Hailey feel anxious while she was giving birth to their child. These weren't casual comments thrown out randomly. They felt deliberate, personal, and heavy with meaning that fans couldn't stop dissecting once the clips started circulating. At the same time all of this was unfolding, Selena Gomez released a new song. The track wasn't something she wrote recently. She actually created it back in 2018 and it had been sitting in use left off her previous albums for reasons she never fully explained. The fact that the song was written in 2018 immediately sparked speculation among fans who started connecting dots and wondering if the lyrics had anything to do with Justin Bieber. Because of those theories, Selena faced some criticism online. People question why she would release something from that period of her life now, especially since she's married to Benny Blanco and seemingly moved on from her past. But the criticism doesn't hold much weight when you consider that she was simply sharing art she created during a specific moment in her life, not expressing how she feels today. Hours after Selena posted a video of her song called In the Dark on Instagram, Hailey Bieber shared something that raised eyebrows across social media. She posted a track called Dracula, and the song included the same phrase that appeared in Selena's song. The timing felt intentional to many observers, as if Hailey couldn't resist stepping into Selena's moment with her own post about darkness. This isn't the first time something like this has happened. Back in 2019, when Selena released Lose You to Love Me, Hailey posted a song called I'll Kill You by Summer Walker. Shortly after, the lyrics of that track were basically a warning to other women not to show affection toward her man. The pattern seemed to be repeating itself, and fans noticed immediately. Looking at the lyrics from both songs reveals some striking similarities. Selena's track In the Dark includes the line about being there when someone loses themselves, reminding them of who they are and telling them they're beautiful in the dark. The song Hailey posted includes lyrics about hoping it's just the two of them in the end in the darkness and that she would never leave. Both songs use the word dark and both talk about being willing to stay with someone during their difficult moments. The day after In the Dark came out, Justin Bieber posted a song that caught attention for its own reasons. The track mentions someone who can see right through him, talking about loneliness since coming back from a dark place and how all his camouflage melts when it comes to a certain person. The lyrics described being see-through as if he couldn't hide anything from this individual. Justin also played an unreleased and unfinished song during his Twitch live that included lines about going back to someone and having someone on his mind. When fans heard the phrase Back to You in the song Justin was working on, they immediately thought of Selena's track Back to You, which has very similar themes about knowing you'd go back to someone even if it breaks your heart. In the same post where Hailey shared the song mentioning darkness, she also added something that seemed like a direct jab at someone. The message said, "That's not realistic," followed by an insult. The timing of this post became even more interesting when people realized it came just days after Selena did an interview where she talked about her brand Rare Beauty and how she doesn't feature models in her campaigns. Instead, she features people who could be your best friend, emphasizing real beauty over unrealistic standards. Selena used that exact word during her interview. She talked about how there seemed to be a lot of expectations for women that felt super unrealistic to her when she was starting the brand with her team. Then Hailey posted that same word unrealistic in what appeared to be a shady message directed at someone specific. Selena was actually one of the pioneers of showing real beauty on social media. She posted bare-faced, unfiltered, natural photos long before it became trendy. One of her completely makeup-free selfies became the most liked post on Instagram at the time, surpassing 20 million likes. She essentially started a movement that was later adopted and renamed by other influencers as the clean girl aesthetic. Selena has a history of starting trends that later get credited to less influential people. She's a genuine trendsetter, which makes it completely valid for her to call out unrealistic beauty standards pushed by certain brands. For Hailey to use that same word in what seemed like an insulting context right after Selena spoke about it in a positive, empowering way struck many people as tone-deaf. The week after Selena and Benny Blano's wedding, Selena posted a song called One Step Ahead by Aretha Franklin. On that same day, Justin posted Purple Rain. The lyrics of both songs are deeply emotional and deal with themes of heartbreak, longing, and complicated feelings about relationships. Fans couldn't help but notice the timing and started interpreting it as some kind of musical conversation between the two. One Step Ahead talks about being just one step ahead of heartbreak and misery, being too close to falling back into old patterns, and struggling to stay free from someone's pull. Purple Rain talks about never meaning to cause sorrow or pain, only wanting to see someone happy, and acknowledging that times are changing and everyone needs to reach out for something new. The fact that Justin posted Purple Rain the day after Selena shared One Step Ahead felt significant to fans who have been watching these two for years and picking up on patterns in their behavior and social media activity. During his Twitch stream, Justin made comments about what he considers cheating that sparked massive debate online. He talked about how even thinking of a woman with desire is the same as actually committing the act. He referenced scripture and explained that if something crosses your mind even for 1 second, it counts the same as actually doing it. If that's truly his definition of cheating, then some fans pointed out that he essentially admitted to cheating on Selena with Hailey. There were reports back when Justin and Selena were together that they were doing couples therapy because Justin had reached out to Hailey to make amends while still dating Selena. This caused trust issues for Selena, who had already forgiven him for previous situations. So, when Justin talked about thinking of someone with desire being the same as cheating, fans wondered if he was confirming that Hailey was on his mind back then, or maybe he was admitting that someone else is on his mind now, or perhaps it meant nothing at all and he was just discussing religious concepts without any personal application. In another part of the stream, Justin talked about how he accidentally made Hailey anxious on the day she gave birth to their child. He described tension between their doula and nurse and how he was butting heads with the doula during what was supposed to be one of the most important moments of their lives. He said his emotions were heightened and he was being strong with the doula, which made Hailey feel anxious. Hailey asked him to apologize and clear the air. Justin explained that he felt like the doula was pushing him to the side and not allowing him to be present as a father. He wanted to console Hailey himself and felt his instincts as a dad were good, but the doula was interfering with that natural process. He eventually apologized to keep the peace, but it was clear he felt conflicted about the entire situation. Justin also admitted during the stream that he can be jealous sometimes. He talked about how people want things to be fair and how that's where jealousy and competition come from. He acknowledged that he's been in spaces where he looks at other people and wonders why their lives seem easier or why things work out for them but not for him. He said he still gets into those spaces where he feels jealous about why someone else gets to do something or why their life seems to be working out while his feels like it's in shambles. That admission drew criticism because it sounded strange hearing someone as successful and privileged as Justin talk about being jealous of others. Some people felt like the comment had a very specific target, as if he was directing it towards someone in particular rather than speaking generally about human nature. Interestingly, just this week, Selena was being criticized by Bieber fans who accused her of being jealous because she doesn't feature perfect models in her rare beauty campaigns. Then Justin himself admitted to struggling with jealousy, which created an ironic situation that didn't go unnoticed. Another moment that caused backlash happened when Justin was seen at a concert hugging both his wife Hailey and Kendall Jenner at the same time. Kendall is one of Justin's ex-flings, and people commented that the situation was uncomfortable to watch. Fans said it was kind of embarrassing that Hailey accepted being in that position, standing there while her husband hugged her and his former romantic interest simultaneously. The comments Justin made during his Twitch streams felt unusually personal and revealing. He talked about being dismissive sometimes and not being sensitive to the room. He admitted that he can be impatient and insensitive and that sometimes he's just distracted. He acknowledged these flaws but also talked about forgiving himself because God forgives him and gives him another chance. He discussed the misconception that doing good always leads to good outcomes, pointing out that you can do everything right and still have your life full of resentment because things don't work out the way you expect. He referenced scripture that says it rains on the just and the unjust, meaning bad things can happen to good people and vice versa. The entire conversation during his streams felt heavier than usual. It wasn't a playful, light-hearted Justin that fans used to see. This was someone wrestling with complex emotions, faith, relationships, and his own shortcomings. Every statement seemed to carry weight, and fans couldn't help but read into every word and look for deeper meaning. The musical posts from both Selena and Justin, combined with Hailey's social media activity and the things Justin said during his streams, created a web of speculation that fans are still trying to untangle. Whether there's actual communication happening through songs and posts, or whether it's all just coincidence and overactive imaginations remains unclear. What is clear is that all three people involved have massive platforms and devoted fan bases that analyze their every move. Every song choice, every Instagram post, every comment during a livestream gets picked apart and examined for hidden messages. The scrutiny is relentless and it never stops. For Selena, releasing a song from 2018 was about sharing art she created during a specific time in her life. For Hailey, posting songs and messages might be about asserting her position or responding to what she perceives as provocations. For Justin, streaming on Twitch and making personal revelations might be his way of processing everything while maintaining some semblance of control over his narrative. If you stuck around for this entire story, you're the exact type of viewer this community was built for. So, make sure you subscribe and stay connected because we're bringing you every update, every theory, and every moment that keeps this conversation going.